Kapula coach Talofa and Captain. Tough game out there today. What would be your comments, coach and captain? What was the feeling like out there as you battled it out with the Pumas?
Salafeli, thanks for the question. You nailed it. It was a tough night for us. We were unable to get our game going from the pressure that the Argentina put on us. They probably adapted to the conditions a bit better in that first half. And saying that, very proud of the effort of the boys. You know, at one try apiece, it's pretty clear that where we need to do a lot of work is in and around the penalty count. I'll have another look at that in the coming days, but it was a tough night for us, and I thought Argentina executed their game plan really well, and we probably adapted a bit late, and by the time we did, it was, we'd run out of time.
Yeah, thank you for the question. Extremely proud of the boys today. It was an awesome game. I thought both teams played that flair rugby that I think rugby's missing at the moment, and it was huge collisions, and personally I thought I really enjoyed it. But in these types of games you need to execute and take those opportunities, and I think for us we probably didn't take them.
First up, tough match, skipper and coach. 40% possession was Mapusua was percentage today to 60 by Argentina. Can you sum up the game today, coach, and then over to skipper?
So for Manguelo Sunga Seoman, I actually haven't had a chance to look at the stats, but yeah, it's pretty tough to win a test match, especially against a team with the caliber of Argentina with 40% possession. And saying that, I thought we created a few opportunities, which was really pleasing to see. And I think if we finish off a couple of those, it becomes a very different game. I echo the sentiments of our captain. I'm really proud, but obviously at this level, you've got to nail your chances when you get them. So we've got to take the loss on the chin and quickly move on, as we've got another big game coming up in 6 days.
Sekio.
Le monsieur tout au fond là-bas, sur la droite. Super, merci.
Japanese media, I have a question, head coach. What do you think about Malo's today's play? And please tell me the reason for including him in the second half. Malolo.
Malo?
Yeah.
Sama-san. Wagarimasu. I thought he played really well. I thought Sama came on and injected a bit of energy into the team when we needed, and he had some really nice touches. Scored another try. He's the top try scorer in our team, and he's just going from strength to strength every day, and what he's doing. So, sorry, excuse me. We're all proud of Sama, and he brings a different kind of edge to our team. So, very happy.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Japanese media. Question for head coach. Also, the interval between the games are short too. So how will you adjust and spend this time?
Very good question. We've had to compress our week, what a normal week would look like into the 6 days, and because of the nature of the tournament, we're going to be probably spending less time on the field than we would normally like to. But for us, I think we've done a lot of work up until now. So this week will be about getting the players fresh, regrounding our team, and taking everything that we can learn from this game and applying it to our next game. I think Argentina had 2 weeks off before we played tonight, and I understand Japan also have 2 weeks off before we play them. So I'm sure they'll be hungry to play, but we'll worry about tomorrow, and we'll take what we can from tonight and look forward to moving forward tomorrow.
Juste ici au troisième. Merci.
Hi, Chris. Right at the end of the first half, you had a line out 5 metres out, and then you had a scrum 5 metres out, and you didn't manage to score at that point. How crucial was that, having that opportunity right at the end of the first half to get a score and not managing it?
Yeah, that opportunity was huge for us. I think that could have changed the momentum of the game, especially coming into that second half. I think we probably needed to change that momentum back to us, and we didn't execute. Like I said, games like these, you're only going to get 1 or 2 chances, and that was one of them. And for next week, we're going to look at it, and we're going to be better for it. So we take the learnings, and looking forward to Japan.
Coach, when you've been preparing all week and building up to this game for a long time, and you get a yellow card within the first minute, what do you feel as a coach, and how does it sort of affect the rest of the team in that first half?
How do I feel as a coach? I probably can't say right now. It's obviously frustrating because you do prepare all week, and we know those first few minutes are really crucial. Getting that first touch on the ball, getting that first contact in, and obviously Duncan was carded in that first 30 seconds. So as a coach, my job is to prepare these boys for any scenario that they come across on the field. So I had full trust in the leaders of the team in terms of how we were going to play, and these are conversations we have during the week around what happens if we do get a card, and the different positions and what that will look like. So I felt we were well prepared for that. Obviously, that's when Argentina scored in that period as well. So it's hard enough to play Argentina with 15 players, let alone 14. So I think that showed today.
Next question. Yeah, juste ici.
Coach, probably just another one. I saw a lot of handling errors that I thought had a big effect on the end result. Something that I also saw against Chile last week. How is that going to be addressed moving forward as you face Japan in what I think would be a must-win game?
Great question. It's definitely something we addressed from last week, and we need to address again. And it's nailing those your core roles in those crucial moments is what we need to get better at. And I think the more time we spend being put under that kind of pressure and being able to execute, I think that's the only way we're going to be able to improve that part of our game. So we'll obviously review the game and assess how we're going to improve from this week in terms of ourselves, but also what we can implement on Japan for next week. So I'm sure it'll be a long night of reviews tonight.
Merci.
Coach, over the next few years or next few tournaments, how does a tier 2 country close the gap on the tier 1 nations? And do you take any kind of inspiration from what Fiji has shown at this as perhaps a model to follow?
Great question. I think this is definitely, it's definitely the success of a tier 2 nation like Fiji is. There's a direct correlation between the amount of games, but also the types of games they're playing. I look at Fiji and we're so proud of what they're doing at the moment, and seeing their lead into a World Cup, playing France and England, and then going straight into Wales and then beating Australia. That's pretty impressive to be doing that week in, week out. And I think we're showing that we can be competitive against teams like Argentina, who are playing in the Rugby Championship, teams like Ireland, #1 ranked in the world. And I think the more games we can play, the more times we can get to play the tier 1 nations or top 10 teams. It can only be a good thing for us as Samoa. So I think today was the 3rd tier 1 team we've played since last World Cup. So in 4 years, we're definitely not making any excuses or saying that we're not here to play, we're not ready. But it's pretty hard to argue against the fact that it would make it better preparation for us to play those games more regularly. So I hope that answers the question.
Hi, Coach. In extension to that question, Fiji's got the drawer in Super Rugby, Moana Pacifica, I know, but do you need more games in Moana Pacifica? Do you need more players coming from the islands there based to have that continuity in the pathway directly from Moana into the national team?
I think the model that the drawer is using at the moment with Fiji is it's showing that it works and it's a successful model. And I think both Samoa and Tonga would need similar models. Maybe not exactly the same. Just there's a big difference in terms of population and a lot of things to consider. So having Moana Pacifica is definitely helping, and I think it will be in the next 3 to 5 years that we will really see the fruition of Moana Pacifica and how they can add to both Tonga and Samoa.
And the last question, please, here.
Hello, French journalist. Sorry for my accent. Is one of your big regrets today is not to have a bonus?
Yeah, it was. We definitely wanted to come away from this game with something, and up until the last couple of minutes, when we at least had a bonus point, I thought we were tracking all right. I wouldn't say the biggest regret is not getting a bonus. I feel like we had the opportunity to win the game, and I think that's the biggest. I suppose hindsight's awesome, but I think that's the biggest thing I'll be disappointed about is that we had opportunity and we didn't nail it, and that's no reflection of the effort that was put in. But it would have been nice to walk away with a bonus point today.
Thank you very much for your time. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
For time.